2-minute chart, April 5th. Okay, and we'll start it right here. Okay. 2-minute chart, 10 EMA. So what I'm going to do is draw a resistance here and a support there. So preferentially, I would like to get in as low as humanly possible, obviously, and sell as high as possible, again, obviously. So we have a little bit of a range here. So let's find out if we can play this range. All right. So we did have a bull candle closing below the 10 right here. Bear candle. So if I'm going to play this bull candle on a 2-minute chart, let's see if I can get a close below and then short the retest, and I'll be able to put the stop above those highs. Okay, hasn't happened yet. Another bull candle, right? So keep in mind, we did not go below those lows. Sideways, we're still chopping. All right, big break. Big breakdown. So I'll put in a limit sell, although I don't know if we'll fill. Again, we may or may not. This would be my setup. Stop loss. I'm pretty confident that we'll get some type of retest. And this would be, this purple line would be a target for a position, 20%, 25%, something like that. And then hopefully I'll be able to lower the stop. So again, looking at this is the bull candle that I'm really using here to take this trade with. That's kind of what I'm using to analyze this setup. All right, next we did retest. We're working on it. Let's see if we fill. All right, there's the fill on the retest. So this will be a really good example of just stop movement and how we need to kind of practice it. Because again, when you're doing back trading, this is going to cost us absolutely nothing to learn from. Wonderful. Great example of a retest. This was a, yeah, man. Just need to close below, and there's immediately a bear candle. So that's a good sign. So if you're looking at playing a retest, I mean, that is kind of what you want when you play it. Yeah, that's what you want. And almost into a target. If we had a target at 82 cents, it didn't quite happen. We got very close. So what I'd have to do in this scenario is I would lower my stop loss. I'd probably put my stop loss here, make that my new stop, and I'd have to lower the target. And this would probably be a target to get out of everything, which would be a new low at 107.69. We'll see if it happens. Inside candle, so I have to keep waiting. Another retest of the 10 EMA, I have to keep waiting. Another retest of the 10 EMA, you have to keep waiting. Upper shadow. Don't really want it to retest because again, this was our target. Remember, we did miss it by 2 pennies. So we know that's going to happen. I mean, this is happening in a back trade, even though this is not a real trade, it's still happening to us, right? So we all know that those things can absolutely occur. They will and they can. So we go, okay, got it. They will and they can. So let's see what can and what does. All right, here we go. Next candle. Okay, inside candle. So one more breach. Like if we get back above these highs, I know that this trade most likely won't work. So I'll do my best to take a small win. Obviously, if we just rampages higher and get stopped out, so be it. We know that we're at the bottom of a range. So trying to be my best. Again, this is just a back trade. Okay, nice little pivot created. So now I'm going to lower my stop loss after waiting for that pivot. So I'll probably put it, everyone and their mom is going to put it right here probably. So I don't want to put it quite that low. It's right around there, 108.60. So at this point, I'm going to lose half an R. I've lowered my target to hopefully win a little bit more. And I'll just do my absolute best to wait and see what happens. Big bullish candle, big upper shadow. So there is the upper wick that's going to trap everyone that put their stop too tightly, in my opinion. So there's your trapped bulls. And what I'm going to do on this trade, again, this would be a back trade, right? If I'm trading 2-minute chart, is I would actually add to my trade if it broke below here. So this would be an add and a reduce. So that means add to my trade and reduce risk is what that means. And then I would take the stop on the whole trade and put it that upper shadow now. I'll put my stop loss right there. So this would be my stop loss on the original trade and the new trade. Be right above that wick. So filled on the add and reduce. Looks like I'm probably gonna get stopped out, but again, this will be a very, very small loss overall. Okay, another bear candle. This one now is closing above the 10. So this is a perfect example of, okay, now I'm gonna lower the stop one more time, put it here. Since I didn't add and reduce, if we can get back below this, that's where I'll look to take a win. All right, a little bit of a bear candle, evening star reversal, probably an inside candle. And here's a quick little breakdown. This is a bull candle closing below the 10, and there's the final break right there. So since we almost lost in this trade, and the only thing that's helping us essentially is Harry Potter and some really good stop placement, I would exit my addition here for a small win, tiny W on the additional purchase, or the additional short really. And then I'd look to lower my stop on the entire trade and kind of go from there. So we'll see what happens with that. Okay, nice little bear candle. Still got my target at 107.69, and boom, nice little winning trade. Not bad. Jose says, great example. Yeah. So the cool part about it is this candle here. That was a bull candle closing below the 10. The second good thing that I liked about this trade was this upper shadow, knowing not to place my stop right above that pivot, knowing that that's where essentially everybody would have their stop losses. Joe said, I could feel the bull's pain on that trap. Yeah, for sure. They definitely got royally hosed. And then, of course, on the actual retest, I think we all kind of saw that happen, but that was really the plan as well. But we saw that take place. But we saw the target. We had to move the target. And yeah, nice back trade.